Good afternoon, everyone. The skies are blue, the grass is green, and once again, the streets of Cincinnati are red. Welcome to the 107th Finley Market Opening Day Parade. Good afternoon, I'm Bill Reinhardt, here with Ann Thompson.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, I'm with CET, Public Television, and you know, Bill, this is one of the nicest opening days, weather-wise, that I can remember. And it's so nice to be out here and not battling the wind or the rain. Also, I'm thrilled to find out that this parade is supposed to have the most floats of any Finley Market opening day parade. And if that doesn't do it for you, they're expensive Italian cars and lawnmowers from Wapakoneta. Welcome to CitiCable's coverage. We want to introduce our roving reporter, who you see right here. Sarah Strickland is Executive Director of the Cincinnati Fire Museum. Thanks again for doing this.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited for today. Beautiful weather, a perfect day to win.
And you are going to be finding key people to talk to along the parade route.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
All right.
Well, if you can't be here to see the parade live, we are glad you are watching us here on CitiCable, Campbell Media, ICRC Intercommunicable, and I guess this year, Ann, we've got a few viewers in Dayton, courtesy of Miami Valley Communications Council. You were talking a little bit about the parade. I guess we've got 17 marching bands, 12 non-marching bands.
Yes.
And I counted at least two opera-related performances.
And we have another guest, a key guest up here on the podium. We've asked you to balance yourself amidst all the wires here. And this is the Finley Market Opening Day Parade. And we have the CEO of Finley Market with us, Kelly Lancer.
Hi, thanks for having me again this year. One of my favorite parts of the day.
Oh, well, great. How nice of you to say. So we want to ask you a couple of questions.
Of course.
And let's begin with a recent economic report that found your operation had a $1.1 billion impact between 2018 and 2023,
yes,
supporting more than 4,000 jobs, $241 million in earnings, and the chamber projected $483 million from 24 to 26. And I guess you want people to recognize the market as the economic engine that it is.
Yes, wonderful stats. Thanks for bringing that up. I love every opportunity to talk about it. It's one of those things we had been talking for years. The Finley Market matters economically. It is an economic engine, but we didn't have the data behind it. So we worked with the chamber to work on this report, and these numbers are astonishing. We've always felt like, you know, we are the anchor in the city in OTR, and these numbers just support how amazing Finley Market is, not only to the OTR community, Cincinnati community, but also the region as a whole.
Yeah, most definitely. And you had this report, and on the heels of that, you are, I guess, either getting ready to or in the midst of a capital campaign.
Yes, it is the world's worst secret, so we're still technically in the silent phase, getting ready to do a public launch later this summer. Now's the time. We've got a lot of really big plans, a lot of infrastructure things that we want to fix, improve, enhance at the market. Next year, I can't wait to come back and talk, because next year is the market's 175th anniversary.
Great.
So we are looking to do some upgrades before next year's anniversary. We'll have lots and lots of big plans to talk about at the parade next year for the 175. So we're really excited to do all of those things.
So in terms of the capital campaign, are you at liberty to say anything about what the money would be used for?
Great question. I'll tell you, we've got 3 buckets. One of them is physical infrastructure, and that is more than half of it. And then we've got a bucket that is programmatic, so you think about our entrepreneurship programs, our food access programs. We're essentially busting at the seams. We need to be able to grow those programs. And then we've got a sustainability fund. So from a physical perspective, it's everything that you can think of. It's indoor seating, better electricity, the Ray Street Esplanade, farm shed enclosure, about 35 different line items on that list.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
That's a lot. All right, and lastly, you have walked down here from where the parade originated,
Yep.
and what is your reaction to what you're seeing here?
Oh my gosh, it is beautiful, it is sunny, and it is packed. As soon as the rain stopped around 9 this morning, people just showed up. I was just telling someone, I've never seen so many people around the market on parade day. The crowds are about 5 deep all along the route. People are happy, people are excited to be here. I don't remember a parade this beautiful in a long time. So it is a wonderful day for the Finley Market Opening Day Parade.
Well, great. And we'll let you go to enjoy it. Thank you so much
Wonderful.
for your time.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you both. Happy
Good to see
opening
you,
day.
Kelly. Happy
Okay,
opening day.
all right.
Happy
Thank you so
holidays.
much.
I took a little walk this morning, and about 10 o'clock, was watching people get set up, putting their chairs out, and it is very difficult. I know I've said this before, but it is very difficult to find someone who is not in a good mood in Cincinnati on opening day.
You know, Bill, I saw somebody walking here, because I walked down from my station, CET, who did not have a red shirt on. They had a pirate shirt on. It was like, you cannot be coming down here. And in fact, he went inside his office. So I guess that was his little sign of protest.
As long as you love baseball, I think
Yes.
that's the only requirement. We've got more guests coming up. First off, we have
Yes.
from Cincinnati, Greater Cincinnati Waterworks, we have Kevin Osborne. Kevin, how are you?
Hello.
Step up, so we
Oh,
can see your
sure.
pretty face.
You can hold on to our chairs.
How are you,
Sorry.
sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Now, I know you guys always have a float in the parade.
We do. It's our
So-
8th year in the parade. That's because Waterworks loves Cincinnati, loves the Reds, and actually our various staff members actually helped create the float because we have a
describe
lot
what
of
it looks
talented
like.
people. It has a lot of blue. I believe it has a painting of woolly water, and it looks like a big faucet. So it's fun.
Okay, and they made that from
They
just,
made that pretty much from scratch.
cool.
On their own time, not the city time.
Now, there was a story on the news this week about canned water in Greater Cincinnati Waterworks.
That's right.
What is that all about?
Well, so there's a new Ohio EPA regulation. It might actually be U.S. EPA. I can't remember. But whenever there's an emergency situation where our customers are without water for more than 24 hours, we have to provide a water source for them. It's basically 1 gallon per person per day. And so we got a little bit creative with it. So we're not big fans of the single-use plastic water bottles because they fill your body with microplastics, and they're also not really good for the environment. So we decided to can our own water, which is an award-winning water, by the way. We won Best Tasting Water in Ohio last year. And so we are canning our water. It's called Cincinnati Tap. It's in partnership with Modern Water and Urban Artifact. So it's primarily to meet this Ohio EPA regulation. But when we can, because we like to support the community, we're also going to see if we can't put aside some of those cans and offer free water for community events on a limited basis. And we're also promoting local artists through the label designs.
Will I be able to walk into a convenience store and go to the cooler and get a can of water?
Yeah, how do we get this?
Would you? Well, I need to take that back to my boss. No, right now, that is not in the plan. It might be in the future. We'll see. Right now, we're going to basically put something up on our website for people to apply to perhaps get it for their community event. And, of course, we're going to use it for the emergency situations that develop. Thankfully, those are very rare. So we'll see how it goes. We're pretty excited about it.
That's great.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thank you. Enjoy
Thank
the
you.
day and enjoy the game.
Always fun things going on with Waterworks.
Yes.
Okay. All
We
right.
can look down
Okay.
Race
And you
Street
can hand
and we
the
can
mic
see the
to
parade coming. It's a
Chris,
few blocks
okay?
away. But it is getting ever closer. The parade actually starts at noon from Liberty and Race and winds its way south every year about this time. We should be getting it to here in the next 10, 15 minutes or so.
And as we tell you about the parade, you might have noticed that someone else has joined us here on the podium, and this is Chris Pike with the Cincinnati Recreation Commission. Thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So you and your department are busy people, and tell me about what you have lined up. We know the pools will be getting ready to open.
Well, obviously today's the start of summer. I think we've endured enough winter, but the skies have parted today, so
You're not
everybody
even waiting till
thinking about
June, whatever,
No,
20th.
we
Okay.
possibly open this week. No, but no, for summer, I mean, you always think about summer, you think about CRC. We have our summer day camps at all of our 22 of our centers. We have 24 pools that will open, and that's really what people are excited about. All pools will open again this summer. Around Memorial Day, we'll start that. Right now, we're in the hiring process. We're recruiting guards. That's a great skill to learn, even if you don't plan to be a guard in the future. Come and learn how to swim. It's a great life skill. But then we'll also have our Rec at Night program will be back this summer. So we've got a lot lined up, ready to go, and it just doesn't stop.
That's right. Well, and you mentioned beforehand that you have some renovations in the works.
Correct. So actually starting, next week, we're going to break ground on the Camp Washington Skate Park, which has been a program with the Cincinnati Skate Park Project and the Skate Collective and the city. We'll break ground on that next week. It'll really be the first full public skate park in Cincinnati. Right over in Camp Washington. So next Friday we'll break ground on that, and it'll be ready probably this fall. Additionally, then we've got the COT, the Cincy on Track funds starting to come in. We have a renovation at our Dunham Recreation Center. We also have our OzCamp Recreation Center on the west side. We'll get a walking track, new pickleball courts, tennis courts. Madisonville, we'll be working on a new pool for that for next summer. So a lot in the pipeline.
Well,
we got a lot.
Something for everyone.
Yes.
And we know that Bill is going to be in line for the skate park, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
First to drop in, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
with these hips and knees, absolutely, yeah.
Thank you, Chris. We really appreciate
it's
it.
my
Thanks
pleasure.
for telling us all about the rec centers and
Thank
the
you.
Recreation Commission.
I appreciate it, guys. Go Reds.
Go Red
All right.
Legs.
Go.
Of course, the Reds are hosting the Boston Red Sox this opener. The game time is at 4 o'clock, 4:10 to be precise.
Yeah.
But before then, we've got another one of our friends, Jason Barron from
Hello.
Cincinnati Parks. How are you?
Hello,
Hey.
man. Good to see you.
Yeah,
How are
great
you
to
doing?
see you.
Doing very well.
What a
it's
day.
good. It's good to see
And
you.
look
not
at his pin.
right?
Butterfly.
Well, the Butterfly Show kicks off May 5th.
Oh, you're
and,
getting ahead.
They're wanting to hear you a little bit better, so there you go.
No
Jumping the gun. I was
course.
going to talk about
Hey,
that. So let's go
and
ahead and
jump
lead
the
with
gun.
it. Yes. So what is going to be going on up at the conservatory this year?
So Crone Conservatory, every year the Butterfly Show is one of the premier events in the city, right? And this year it's going to be the Monarchs of America, right? And so the Monarch is an amazing butterfly. It journeys from north to south and then back again, but the same butterflies don't do it. So it's not like birds. The butterflies travel down, then new butterflies complete that journey. That's even several generations, and then they know to travel back. It's an absolutely amazing story of nature. And we're going to have it all throughout the show. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal, as it always is. But you got to come check it out.
Thank you for finally explaining that, because I've never heard that explained so clearly. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're getting into the busy season for you.
We are
Is
indeed.
everything ready for the summer?
Absolutely. The sun is shining. You know, it's spring is here. Opening day in Cincinnati is the kickoff to spring. Other cities don't even know opening day is the kickoff to spring, but it certainly is in Cincinnati. And parks are ready to go. I joke all the time, the trees and flowers do all the work. But our teams are out there. They're getting the grass cut. They're getting the mulch out. Everything's getting shined up. Our drinking fountains and water features and stuff are scheduled to come on in early April. We got to get past when it could possibly freeze. That'd be a no-no. But those things are getting my team's running around getting them all ready. The parks team is really excited.
Well, I notice the fountains here at Garfield and Racer, they filled up earlier this week, and that's always a very good sign that you guys are confident we are past the freezing point.
So they're the first ones on for opening day. So we always make sure that they're the first ones on so that we take the biggest risk. We've had some opening days, as you know, where we sit here with a couple more layers on, then you're looking pretty nice in this Hawaiian shirt today, but not always.
Not always.
Sometimes you're in a winter coat on opening day, but we get these fountains ready to go if we can.
What else do we have to look forward to? You got any big projects? I mean, we talked about Crone, but you've got a lot of other parks.
So, I mean, we are busy. So first of all, you know, the citizens decided to sell the railroad, and big political issue, but it's been awesome for parks because we've got an injection of capital dollars that's going to really help us renovate and bring a lot of stuff back to peak condition. Just last year, we opened a brand new playground at Alt Park. This thing is so cool. It's got this giant climbing structure. Kids absolutely love it. We're getting great feedback. We opened a mountain bike skills course, first in the city of Cincinnati at Mount Airy. It's really cool. If I'm not a mountain biker, but if you're a mountain biker, if you're a beginning mountain biker, it's got some hills and ramps and all kinds of features to practice on, especially geared towards kids that are just getting started. Mount Airy, as you know, is our biggest park, 1,400 acres. And then everybody's treehouse, one of our cooler, like a treehouse that's all ADA accessible for everybody to play in. Well, it's about 20 years old, and when you build something out of wood, sometimes you have some problems. So we spent the last year getting that ready, and that's going to open later this spring, back fully renovated, safe, and ready to go.
And where is that again?
Mount Airy.
Okay.
So if you go in Mount Airy off Coleraine, it's all the way in the back. It's called Area 23, so follow the signs. We got signs for the skills course now.
Not to be confused with Area 51.
There you go. There you go. We got lots of areas in Mount Airy.
You know, we were talking about all your crew getting everything ready. And in summertime, you're going to need extra hands. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. So if you go to the city's webpage, the park's webpage, if you just Google work in a park, we're hiring seasonal staff right now. really going to like hiring now, gearing up in April, but we need extra hands, right? Not as much to do in parks in the winter, although we stay busy, but we need to bring in extra seasonal help to make sure that we are emptying trash cans, we're picking up litter, we're making sure that like if tree branches fall, we get them cleared off, making sure all the flowers get cared for. There's just so much to do, and our full-time staff does an amazing job, but they just need all the help they can get. So tell you what, it's pretty fun to work in a park, so if you're out there, apply.
If I could just interject something, I want to commend you and your department for how nice things look just throughout the year. I go walk at Washington Park, and the workers are out there. The workers not only are good, but they're friendly, and all the flowers and everything looks great.
We're really lucky. I mean, to get to work for Cincinnati Parks every day, to get to come to work and be outside, play with the trees, play with the flowers, but also just provide these amazing public spaces. So we're sitting here in Pyatt Park on 8th Street, the first park in the city. It was given by brothers John, a shipbuilder, and Ben, a federal magistrate. They gave this park to the city in 1817 to be a market. But unfortunately, that never really took off. So then they decided to convert it into a park, and it was the city's first park. It's been renovated several times, but it's just absolutely a gem. It's got James Garfield at one end, the 20th president from Ohio, featured on Netflix recently, a great show. And then the other end, we got William Henry Harrison as a big statue, Ohio's first president and the 9th president. So it's just got all this history, all these amazing trees, and of course, the best view of the park, or view of the parade in the city.
Well, she thanked you for all the hard work, and I do want to point out, the guys your staff did a great job of clearing snow this winter from Smale and Sawyer Point and Yeats Cove, because I was able to take my usual walks without getting my feet too wet.
Looking for basketballs, right?
Yep.
Just last year we had that big snow, and we decided to invest in a lot more snow blowers, right? Just those push snow blowers. And at the time, it's like, well, it never snows like that, really. And it's like, you never know, right? And then who knew the following year we get an even bigger snow. So hopefully that's not a new tradition. But the two biggest snows in my memory in Cincinnati, 2 years in a row. But we're really trying to make sure we're looking out for pedestrians like yourself and keeping everybody exercising and keeping their sanity, even if they can't do everything.
Thank you for keeping the ice off the sidewalks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Jason Barron from Cincinnati Parks, thank you very much for joining us again.
Happy opening day, and go Reds.
Go Reds.
Okay, thank you.
We do need to point out the parade is getting yet closer still, and the Grand Marshal this year is Jeff the Cowboy Brantley, former Reds relief pitcher, current broadcaster for the Reds. 615 career games. He's credited with 172 saves, had a lifetime 3.39 ERA. Last year, he was named 2025 Ohio Sportscaster of the Year. He is the Grand Marshal, the honorary Grand Marshal, also a part of the Reds team. It's Dr. Tim Kremchek. He's been their medical director since 1996.
Yeah, I really enjoy listening to the Cowboy. And a comment about Dr. Kremchek, yes, you know him, especially if you've had some kind of orthopedic injury. So he's very good at what he does.
We do have a number of things going on down at Great American Ballpark before the game starts. Of course, we have the parade. We have Finley Market folks bringing flowers to the two coaches, to the managers. And we have a pregame flyover, 3 AH-64 Apache helicopters, and a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter from the 1st Battalion, 101st Aviation Regiment out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. 4 helicopters going over before the game, and they were taking some practice runs yesterday, I guess. A lot of people were like, what the heck is that?
See all of that if you're lucky enough to have a ticket to opening day, but if you're not, you know, there are lots of people here in the parade, and in fact, one of the parade organizers estimated that it could be 200,000 people, which would be 4 times as many as you could fit into Great American Ballpark.
Reds Hall of Famer Bronson Arroyo throws out the first pitch. Connor Curran, 2026 Winter Olympic gold medalist from Sharonville, delivers the official game ball. He's a freestyle skier, gold in the mixed team aerials. Dave Concepcion, Reds Hall of Famer and member of the Big Red Machine, is the honorary captain of the game. The national anthem will be sung by retired Technical Sergeant Felita LaRocque. She'll also be singing the God Bless America at the 7th inning stretch.
Bill, you are full of facts, and I know you had all this information because you did a story about it for WVXU. So thank you for that.
Well, as you can see, the parade is just about to our point here at Garfield and Race. We can see the police motorcycles making sure everyone's back up on the sidewalk out of the parade route. And you can remember as a little child sitting there wanting to get as close as you can to the parade, but then those motorcycles come along and, whoa, scramble back close to mom. Metro is providing free fares all day today across the city. All Metro fixed routes and Access paratransit service is free for the entire day. Government Square, several downtown bus stops are temporarily closed until after the parade, and also after the parade, streetcar service will resume.
You know, I don't know the first thing about motorcycles, but I wonder, is it difficult to make little turns in a circle?
I have no idea. I had a motorcycle, but that was years ago, and there wasn't anything like those beasts they have. So yeah, this is Cincinnati Police Department. This is Hamilton County. This is Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Colerain Township has a motorcycle crew. I believe there's a few others in the area, and they're doing some.
We just heard from Rozzie's. That sounded like fireworks or some kind of.
Yeah, Rozzie's always leads the whole parade. That's another good incentive to get back onto the sidewalk as they set off a few fireworks. Rozzie's, of course, takes care of the Friday night fireworks after Reds games and the fireworks during the games as well. And they take care of the fireworks at Riverfest every year.
So let's talk a little bit more about the parade, some of the things you can look forward to. So I think there are about 148 entries, 16 marching bands, and of those bands, 2 are college and the rest are high school. CPS has 6 schools in 1 band, and the Cincinnati Archdiocese and Northern Kentucky also combined a number of bands. There are 30 horses. As I mentioned before, the most floats ever in the Finley Market opening day parade. And one other note, there's a guy who used to make all the Frisch's floats, and since Frisch's, as we know it, isn't in existence, he made the float for his company, the Sunis's construction company.
Well, you can see the Cincinnati Police Department honor guard, the color guard coming down the street. They're still about a block away from where, well, maybe 2 blocks away. It looks like they're up on court, slowly making their way towards us. A lot going on at the ballpark this year. It's brand new. They've got 2 more soft serve ice cream stands. So if you're planning on going to see a baseball game, more opportunities to get some ice cream. They're going to have what's called the Rockin' Redlegs Band. It's an 11-piece brass band. They're going to be playing pops, classic hits, New Orleans-style music, and a bunch of different games throughout the year. And they are building the center field porch. I'm very interested to see this. It'll be beneath the stacks in center field. Indoor hospitality space with TVs, partially covered patio, and a buffet, and that is supposed to open middle of April.
Yeah. Well, if you're just joining us, this is a production of CitiCable and Campbell Media, and we just want to call out some of the camera operators. We have Mike Soproni, Mark Kennedy, and we have the bucket truck people, as well as, where are my other, oh, here it is. Glenn Hartong is on handheld with Chili Dog Productions, and more.
Once again, we've got Jennifer Typole, who's our executive director, Steve Sobel, Darius Jones, Tom Potter, Nate Wyman, Brady Wirtz, as you said, Glenn Hartong. From the City of Cincinnati, Traffic Operations, DOTE, Rob Reynolds and Tim Mercurio are the traffic operators from the bucket truck. And of course,
Thank you for coming up with their names, and they just showed
Mike
it a minute
Soproni,
ago.
talent operator. So we want to thank our staff there. As you can tell, look, you're watching this parade, you're seeing more of it than we are. You can tell they're doing a great job. As Ann was saying, we do have about 148 entries this year. They're expecting about 6,000 people to be on floats, marching in various bands or other fire trucks. Oh, here's something I was going to bring up, Ann. Every year, I say I don't know the difference between a Clydesdale, a Percheron, and a Belgian. All I know is there are 3 big horses. I did find out. A friend of mine,
what is it?
Laura, told me what the difference between the Belgians, the Clydesdales, and the Percherons is. And for one thing, it's color. The breeds are specific colors. And we can probably get into this a little later as we come up to them. You can remind me because I'm not finding my notes right now.
I'm glad that you sought out that fact.
They are different sizes. The Clydesdale is the largest of the 3. And I learned there is a horse breed that is bigger than the Clydesdale by about 2 hands. It's called a Shire horse, and I would really like to see one, but from a distance.
Bill Reinhardt, the equestrian reporter.
There is the Cincinnati Police Department Honor Guard, as always, leading the parade. Watch people standing up. They are just crossing 9th Street right now, so they are a block away from where we are here at Garfield and Race, which is essentially 8th Street.
And it looks like people are still coming to the parade.
Yeah, people are still trying to find
positioning
spots.
themselves a little bit better. And in some places, it's like 5 deep. I will be interested in finding out how many people showed up for the parade.
When I got up this morning, I looked at the radars and the storms were coming in. I thought, oh, please, 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 please. And it was done by 9 o'clock, just like the forecast I read said it was going to be. It's like, oh, thank goodness. And then eventually the sun came out, things started drying up, warming up. And I think that's why, maybe people were still coming, as they were waiting for the sunshine to really take hold.
Yeah, and you said you were watching the forecast for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, this day it's on my calendar for months in advance. Probably about, I don't know, I'd say 24 to 36 months in advance I'm thinking about opening day.
Yeah, that's right.
It is not an official holiday for the city of Cincinnati. It is an unofficial holiday. A lot of people do take the day off, but, it comes out of your PTO. You're going to have to pay for this somewhere down the line.
And not everybody knows the importance. People who haven't lived there their whole life, for example, one of my coworkers, he was kind of like, like we did get him to come down last year. He's from New York. So, yeah, he thought it was pretty cool.
You were talking about, you saw a guy with a Pittsburgh Pirates jersey on earlier. I did see a number of people with Red Sox jerseys, Red Sox gears this morning when I was walking up and down Race Street. And that's great. We want visitors to come see our city and experience the Cincinnati experience.
Yes, that's a better way of looking at it. Better than my initial thought when I saw the Pittsburgh Pirate jersey. Like, really? You're going to show up in that? And then he just went in his office. So.
Well, Cincinnati is very unique in this because we are the only city in the Major League where the team is guaranteed a home opener.
Yeah.
And so because of that, we have been able to plan a parade of this magnitude around it.
It used to be that we actually had the first
yes.
opening day game.
Things evolve.
That went away.
Coming up right now, we have the 338th Army Reserve Band, commanded by Teresa Hudson. It originally formed in 1943 as part of a support group for General Patton's 3rd Army.
Hey, Conrad.
And right behind the 338th Army Reserve Band, we have Cincinnati Police Department. City of Cincinnati always coming up next after the Army Band. There they are, going back to the band.
Every once in a while, we'll be checking in with our roving reporter, Sarah Strickland.
Yes,
Executive Director of the
Sarah's
Fire
hopefully
Museum.
standing by. But we'll have Cincinnati Police here next, members of the department, and they've got their special recruiting car out with a number of the brass and the beat cops all out there. And their families, members of their families.
That's a pretty cool looking police car.
Yeah, those Chargers are pretty cool looking.
Who gets to drive those? You have to be like a lieutenant or captain.
Also in the Cincinnati City of entry, see, we can see all the police officers. And of course, they've got a lot to do today, not just walking in the parade, but they've got a lot of streets to block off. Of course, before the parade even starts, they got to walk the route and make sure everything's safe. I'll usually see every year a number of drug sniffing or bomb sniffing dogs walking up and down and checking everything out. Public Works does a lot to make sure the streets are safe. You'll see a number of dump trucks blocking off the streets. So it's a very coordinated effort to make sure everyone is safe and has a good time today. I mean, we can't guarantee you're going to have a good time, but that's on you.
That's right, yeah.
Also at Cincinnati, City of, we've got the Cincinnati Fire Department in there. We'll see their entry here in a moment, but the city manager, Cheryl Long, is mixed in there as well, along with the Cincinnati Sluggers softball team.
You know, at some point, Bill, I want to talk to you about the food at the stadium, because I don't know if you were involved in the taste test.
I did not. I missed that.
Okay. Well, just some things of note. The Queen City Crunch Burger with pimento cheese, crushed Grippo chips, and pickles. Then there's the Ghetto Nachos, and the Baby Ruth Brownie Sundae. But I want to describe the double plate donut parfait. 12 cinnamon sugar donuts with house-made banana pudding, vanilla wafers, cinnamon toast crunch, whipped cream, and caramel sauce.
Did you get to taste some of these? Have you?
No, I wasn't even there, but like that is really making me hungry.
Sounds like they're really ramping up the local flavors for this year. These are members of the Cincinnati Sluggers softball team. Yep, there we are. And you can see right behind the Sluggers, we've got one of fewer fire trucks this year. I only counted a couple of fire trucks, so I'm hoping they just did not make it in the registration, but they will be in the actual parade because, you know, I do love a fire truck.
Yeah, gotta have plenty of those.
We have Cincinnati's city manager with us, Cheryl Long. How are you today?
Oh, I am amazing. This is the best time of the year. We got all these people, beautiful weather. We did not order it, but thank you, Mother Nature. It is an amazing time in Cincinnati.
Awesome. Thank you for being part of the parade and saying hi to us.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah Strickland, our roving reporter, talking with Cheryl Long, city manager of City of Cincinnati.
Everybody's having a great time.
And here we got, you can probably hear them if you can't see them, Cincinnati Fire Department, the oldest professional fire department.
Chief McKinley. He's the fire chief for Cincinnati Fire Department. What does opening day mean to you, Chief McKinley?
Super excited. Love all the fans that come out and help support the Reds. This is awesome. Just having a great time. Perfect weather.
Perfect weather. Awesome to see you. Go Reds.
Go Reds.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, thank you, Sarah. We apologize that, you know, basically we just need to go to Sarah whenever she has somebody because they're moving and they're on floats and she's got to catch up with them.
And you got to understand, it's a little loud out here. So, yeah.
You don't say.
Be gentle. We've got 2 engines and 1 ladder from the Cincinnati Fire Department. And one of these days, I dare you to ask me what the difference is between an engine and a ladder.
Yeah. Have we seen the Waterworks float yet?
No, not yet. They should be coming along here soon. Oh, I see it actually. I turned my head and I can see it. It's yeah, right there.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit then, because that's my inkling.
Right in front of the, looks like a dump truck. It's a big green dome. See it there? That is the Greater Cincinnati Waterworks float. We were talking with Kevin Osborne with Waterworks a little earlier.
I want to try some of that canned water.
And we've got Cincinnati Fire Department. As I was saying, it's the oldest professional fire department in the nation.
How many people can you fit on a fire truck?
A lot, apparently. Wow. It looks like, you know, we're talking about, it looks like bigger crowds than usual this year, and I think we've got even more people on top of the ladders and the engines this year. So these, I assume, are all family members. And one of these days, I'm going to get a ride on a fire truck in a parade. One of these days. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. There they are. So coming up behind the Cincinnati City Fire Department, we've got Greater Cincinnati Waterworks. And we were talking with Kevin Osborne. There they are. Employees built that float. They built that replica water tower in their own time. They built it from scratch. The Greater Cincinnati Waterworks has been providing water to the area since 1817. They supply more than 43 billion gallons a year. They've got more than 3,100 miles of water mains across the area, 240,000 residential and commercial accounts. So, yeah, they're pumping a lot of water around the area.
I wonder how long it took them to make this float.
We'll have to ask Kevin next year.
Yeah. That's great. I'm impressed.
Of course, we were talking with Kevin. He mentioned they are going to be canning their water, and you won't be able to buy it retail yet. Maybe someday, but not just yet. I can hear bagpipes, another important part to enjoy a parade. It's the bagpipes. I'm going to guess that's the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, their pipe and drum corps. But before then, we've got Hamilton County Commissioners. 2 of the 3 are scheduled to be riding in the parade. We're looking for Hamilton County Commission current president, Stephanie Somero-Dumas, and Alicia Reese, who I believe is vice president, correct? Yes, I see her. I see Alicia Reese back there.
And this coverage is, again, thanks to CitiCable and Campbell Media, and a host of camera operators and directors and technical people. And we're here at the corner of Race and Garfield Place.
And from Hamilton County Engineer's Office, one of their dump trucks, one of their snow plows, got a lot of use this year, and that's nice and shiny. They got that thing cleaned up, or it's brand new and it hasn't really been used yet. It's Alicia Reese, Hamilton County Commissioner.
Hi, we're here today with Alicia Reese, Hamilton County Commissioner. How are you doing today? How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel wonderful. The sun is out. The people are out. I love opening day because everybody is united for opening day for Cincinnati, Hamilton County, and for the Cincinnati Reds. It's the greatest parade in America.
It is hard not to be pumped up for this day with this kind of attitude that everyone.
That's the attitude that many people have. Couldn't have said it any better.
The energy is just flowing through the city today. And here comes the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office bag and pipe corps. Let's take a listen. I almost bought a set of bagpipes this year. I was seriously considering buying bagpipes. Yeah.
Do you know how to play?
No.
What does
But
opening
you
day
can't
mean
learn
to you,
if-
County Sheriff?
I gotta tell you, this is the greatest day ever in Cincinnati. It means so much. And when you look around at this crowd, this tells you everything about this city. We are ready for the Reds to win. I'm gonna predict a winner. There you go.
Well, enjoy your day. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you, Sarah. It's Hamilton County Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey. Of course, we were talking about the pipe and drum corps. It's not just, the Sheriff's Department isn't just the pipe and drum corps. Of course, they've got jail services, enforcement, and court services. They've got a SWAT team, patrol vehicles, therapy dogs as well.
And it sounds like, Sheriff McGuffey, that you might have another member of the bagpipe team sitting right here, Bill Reinhardt, who
Maybe
is
next year.
considering buying
Maybe next year.
bagpipes. Are they hard to learn?
Well, probably.
I played the accordion back in the day.
Really?
That was pre-clarinet, and I guess it was my parents thought it would be a good introduction. This was like in 4th grade, so.
Maybe next year we should start our own entry. Get our own
Don't
entry.
remember how to play.
Bagpipe and accordion duo. That would be, well, we'll think on that. We'll let that simmer for a bit.
We got plenty of
therapy
bands here
dog.
that we're going to hear. I think it's
Hamilton
like
County
16
Sheriff's
of them.
Department's got a couple of therapy dogs going out with them today. A lot of times you'll see service dogs. They'll have the little sign on them saying, "Do not pet, I'm working," but these dogs, they want you to pet. And that's what they are there for you to pet. Hamilton County Community Action Agency programs. They've got a food pantry. They do Head Start, career pathways. They are a nonprofit organization, early childhood Head Start, utility mortgage assistance. They got training programs, food pantries. They do tax preparation for seniors, and they've got an entrepreneur program. All of that at the Hamilton County Community Action Agency. There's mobile
they
pantry.
do lots of good work, and then shortly we'll be seeing the 513 relief bus. I know at CET, our podcast and TV show Brick by Brick, we've done some reporting about the 513 relief bus, where originally it started out just like giving COVID vaccines, but it does everything else that you can imagine. It helps people get money for rent. It helps them get a birth certificate, records expunged. you know, everything and everything. That's the 513 relief bus that we'll be seeing.
Was that a turtle or was that a frog? I couldn't tell. Anyway, going with the Community Action Agency, as you mentioned, the Hamilton County 513 relief bus. And going from 2021 to 2024, they distributed more than $110 million in rent relief, mortgage assistance, property tax help, senior utility funding. They delivered 34,000 services to more than 24,000 people in those 3 years.
I still can't get over how many people are here.
It's amazing. I mean, you were right. They are still coming in. People are still wandering around back and forth behind us.
Was it hard finding a parking place, Bill? Because you had to.
No,
or did you just drove?
I live right there.
Okay. Okay.
We're in my front yard, essentially.
Okay.
So yeah, I had no problem parking.
Now your fans are going to be all showing up.
Both of them? So we can see the 513 relief bus.
And when they show up any place, like we went to where they were in Avondale at a cancer screening, and people know about this thing. And that, you know, you go on, you can get any variety of tests on the bus, medical tests, and other stuff, as we mentioned.
There it is, the 513 Hamilton County 513 relief bus. Oh, look what they're doing with the windshield wipers.
The way this whole thing started is Commissioner Reese, during COVID, went to a university in Virginia that had something like this. And she was trying to figure out how to get vaccines out to the people during COVID. So that's how it started.
Okay, this float right here, apparently they've got 102-year-old Grandma Sally is riding with Holt House Lackner signs. So, glad you're here, Sally. That's fantastic.
This is a 97-year-old company. Maybe you said this. I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Bill. But they've been around for a while. Holt House signs.
Where is Sally? Can we see Sally? Maybe she's sitting on the other side. Oh, stilt walker. I see a stilt walker. Were they actually in the parade or just wandering? I mean, it's entirely possible. It's just someone with stilts, not in the parade. Our friends from iHeartMedia. Of course, 700 WLW does carry all the Reds games all season long. And you can hear our Grand Marshal for the parade, Jeff Brantley, bringing you some of those games.
You know, I don't know him, but he seems like a really nice person.
I have met him once in very brief passing, and he did seem nice. He seemed a little distracted because he was doing something else. He's in his 20th year as a member of the Reds radio and TV network. He spent 14 seasons in the MLB, and he was with the Reds from '94 to 1997. Jeff and his wife Ashley have 2 children, and he's got a couple other children, Emily and Murphy. And of course, Jeff and Ashley have got Elizabeth and Mason. So congratulations, Cowboy, Jeff Brantley. Glad you're here.
You know, as we look around and see all these people, I like especially looking at what they're wearing. Like, for example, just down from us, we have a guy actually in a red suit, a red jacket, red pants, tie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then we have, like, you know, shorts, Reds gear. I just like the variety of what people have on. They're not wrapped up in blankets this year.
Our honorary Grand Marshal, Dr. Tim Kremchek, it's his 30th anniversary as the team physician for the Reds. He's, of course, the honorary Grand Marshal, and he's with the Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine float. I have talked to him on the phone. I've interviewed him for a story, but I don't believe I've ever met him. So,
who's that? Kremchek?
Tim Kremchek.
Yeah. Okay. We've seen his medical side.
This is Cincinnati Reds. Of course, we wouldn't be having the parade if it weren't for them. Can you feel the energy? Is the energy coming through on the screen for you at home? I hope so. because it's really something to be here. I mean, if you can't be here, of course, watching it is the next best thing.
There's that rally thing that like shoots out T-shirts that went down the down the
oh yes,
street.
the Redzilla.
Okay,
Redzilla.
I couldn't think of the name.
Redzilla is always very cool and bring people from out of town to see the game, and they love it. They love Redzilla.
You know, we've got the supporting organizations, Rosie Reds and the Kid Glove program, you know, all doing great things.
But yeah, the Rosie Reds, they've been around since 1964. And of course you think, well, which came first? Rosie Red, the mascot, or the Rosie Reds? Well, the Rosie Reds did.
Yes.
They came first since 1964, about 2,000 members. And Rosie actually stands for Rooters Organized to Stimulate Interest and Enthusiasm, R-O-S-I-E. Rosie Red actually joined the Reds mascot lineup in 2007. So there's
Who
a
do
bit
you
of a
think's
gap
the
there.
most popular mascot?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Gapper myself.
Okay.
I mean, Rosie, I got a bit of a crush on Rosie. I'll admit that. But if I were, taking a personality test, which Red mascot are you? I'd definitely be Gapper. Now, there we are. There's the Rosies, the Rosie Reds. Rosie does go with the Rosie Reds during
Just
the
on
opening
cue.
day, Finley Market opening day parade.
She showed up.
There she is. 2,000 members of Rosie Reds. Not all of them, of course, on that truck right now. Some of them are marching. Oh, Rosie looks so happy. Of course, honestly, Rosie always looks happy.
And the Rosie Reds travel around the country supporting the Reds. They go to all the different
they follow the team, huh?
away games.
I have gone to see the Reds in 3 other cities.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Were the fans nice to you from the other team?
Oh, yeah. Everyone's, it's baseball.
Okay.
Everybody's
I
it's a
always
big family.
thought.
Hey, there's Marty Brenneman.
Yeah. All right.
We got Marty Brenneman coming.
I always thought that the Cardinals were like one of our rivals, but when I talk to them, their fans, they're like, no, like they're Cubs.
Yeah, yep.
Marty! Hi, Marty!
Sarah, can we get Marty? Oh, he's talking to Channel 9 first. Well, Marty Brenneman, of course, he's probably marching with the Dragonfly Foundation. The Kid Gloves Foundation, Powell Crosley Junior Amateur Baseball Fund. All proceeds for the program go toward the purchase of baseball and softball equipment for the youth in the area. Marty and his wife Amanda Brenneman are marching. Oh, Donna Hartman. Donna Hartman's on this float. She was married to Jim Scott, former
And
WLW
we just saw her,
host.
and she had a sign that said Jim Scott.
I was so happy to see him last year when he was able to be in the parade for one more time. This was always his favorite day of the year, I think.
That's
I don't want
great.
to speak for him or his family, but
And
this
he did
always
a
was a
super
big
job.
day.
It was always upbeat.
So it was good to see him last year. And it's good that Donna's still out here doing it in his memory. Got another band coming. The next band is University of Cincinnati Bearcats. Students from all the spirit bands at UC. Membership's open to every enrolled student at UC and their satellite campuses. Participation's by placement audition. And here they go.
That
There
was
we go.
really difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Moving around members of the team at once.
That's a good, powerful sound. The UC Bearcat Band, of course, playing Rolling on the River. And my mind just went blank on what the official name of that is.
They have a really good sound. Good job, UC. Followed by TANK, the Transit Authority of Northern Kentucky.
They
and
have
their
the
employees.
best acronym of pretty much any quasi-governmental agency ever. The Transit Authority of Northern Kentucky, TANK. I mean, come on. Name one that's better. Well, I can think of maybe a couple, but they're not fit for sharing in polite company. Behind TANK, we've got the Take Me Out to the Ball Pork. It's the Flying Pig Marathon. They've been running since 1999. USA Today has named the Flying Pig Marathon the #1 marathon in the country. That was in 2024. Of course, the marathon runs the first Sunday in May. That's the full marathon and the half marathon, the first Sunday in May.
Now, I don't know if you just said this because it's a little loud, but did you talk about what the theme is for the Flying Pig Marathon? So, Take Me Out to the Ball Pork.
Yes.
P-O-R-K.
It's the largest one-day sporting event in Cincinnati. An estimated 150,000 spectators, 8,000 volunteers, and about 20,000 people running either the full or the half marathon. It's quite something to see if you've never watched it. And this year they've got a slightly different route because of the bridge demolition in northern Kentucky between Newport and Covington. They have to go a little bit further south, which means they're going to have to cut some elsewhere, and that means no more running through Queensgate. No more running on 7th Street. Well, most of 7th Street.
Have you taken part in any of the stuff?
I've watched it. Yes.
Okay.
I've watched it. One of these days I'm going to do the half marathon.
Okay.
Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but someday. We want to thank you again for watching. If you can't be here, it's next best thing. Watch it here on CitiCable, Campbell Media, ICRC, Miami Valley Communications Council from Dayton, and I believe a number of you are watching on Facebook at home, so thank you very much for joining us. I'm Bill Reinhart from Cincinnati Public Radio, here with Ann Thompson from CET, and our roving reporter from the Cincinnati Fire Museum, Sarah Strickland.
Yeah,
She's
thanks
out there
for
somewhere.
watching. Again, here at the corner of, 8th Ray's Hyatt Park, around this area, which we found out from Jason, is the oldest park.
Yes.
Garfield Place.
How are you today?
How do we describe this,
How are
Bill?
you?
You live
Tell
down
me
the
about the
street.
horses you're walking with.
It's Zara and Ollie. They're 7 and 8 years old, and this is their second Reds opening day parade.
Awesome. And have they been in the parade before?
Yeah, this is the second year in a row. Yeah.
Go Reds. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sorry about that.
We saw the Kroger, the Barney wagon, with the original horse. The name of the original horse to pull the wagon was named Dan. I looked that up. So if that ever comes up on Trivial Pursuit or Bar Trivia some night, you'll know the name of the horse to pull the original wagon for Barney Kroger was Dan. Dan.
Okay. Interesting.
Of course, everything's heading down Ray Street. It starts at Finley Market, which is, why they call it the Finley Market Opening Day Parade. Travels down Ray Street to 5th. It goes left on 5th, heads east past Fountain Square, and then it kind of dissolves around Broadway or so. The crowds start to thin out the further east you go, and some people keep on going down Main Street to the ballpark. Some people scatter to the winds, find other ways to
Bill,
watch the game.
I was talking to one of the organizers, Debbie Ganaway, and I was wondering why they were paring down the number of the parade entries, because it used to be above 200. And she said, we needed it to be done at a certain time, like 2 hours. That's the goal. And so they did have to get it down to 48?
Thing is, I have never been able to judge how long this parade goes, because on one hand, it seems like it just keeps coming, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's over. It's like, well, we just got started.
Yeah.
And that's, I suppose, a good sign of a good parade, because you're not watching the clock. 125 years of Coca-Cola consolidated in Cincinnati this year. Oh, the polar bear. There are days to wear a polar bear mascot suit, and there are days not to wear a polar bear mascot suit. Hey, up next, it's the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum. They've got members of the 1869 Red Stockings Vintage Baseball Club, a replica of the 27-foot long bat from Cincinnati Lumber Company back in 1869.
And recently, you found out some interesting things about the parade, like you talked to somebody from the museum.
There's Johnny Bench, part of the Big Red Machine, legendary Reds catcher. This is a pleasant surprise. I didn't see his name in any of my notes before this. Oh, and a nice car, too. There's, on YouTube, there's a great interview when he's on Letterman one night. So if you've got 5 minutes, go to YouTube and search David Letterman, Johnny Bench.
All right, Reds player Doug Flynn. I remember him from like the 70s.
And we must be with the Reds and the Reds Community Fund. So we got Mr. Red Legs there. We got Mr. Reds. We had Gapper a little earlier. I did see Gapper on an earlier float. Reds Community Fund is the official charitable arm of the Cincinnati Reds. They're dedicated to improving the lives of youth and family through baseball, softball, education, and community development. Community Fund established in 2001, so this is 25th year for the Community Fund. And the Castellini family
the
was
Reds
also...
Community Fund really does a lot of good in terms of raising money to fix up fields, some of them like in the inner city where kids don't have the opportunity or wouldn't to have a nice place to play baseball.
There's Connie the pig. Can't have baseball without a hot dog or a brat. Con's his longtime sausage
Connie
manufacturer.
never looks scared.
Pardon?
Connie never looks scared. Like, I guess he's protected, kind of like the White House turkey.
Yeah, you don't want to kill the golden goose. Goose that laid the golden egg.
We have a parade of animals here. Here's the Chick-fil-A
Oh yes,
cow.
this is the only appearance every year for the full herd of Chick-fil-A cows. This is not Wilberforce University Hounds of Sound. I'm pretty sure of that. This looks like one of the combination bands. They've all got different uniforms.
I love that the bands are playing right as they pass us.
I'm not sure who that band was. If you at home know, please write to us, care of this station.
I saw different uniforms, so there are a number of bands that are combined. So it could have been maybe Northern Kentucky or Cincinnati.
Indiana's got a combined band as well,
Okay.
I believe. So I'm not sure which one that was supposed to be. You know, it's a well-organized parade, but sometimes things get out of order. And all you can do is roll with the punches. This is the Anthony Munoz Foundation. started in 2002 by the former Bengal, the Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz. Their mission is to impact the lives of tri-state area youth mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yes, and they've done a good job of it, touching the lives of over 60,000 youth, they say.
We're looking for Anthony. Maybe we can grab a word or two with him, with our roving reporter, Sarah. Oh, there he is. Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz. Why can't I say Munoz the first time around? I got to take a running start at it every time.
A lot of excitement about the Reds season, and I'm not sure how the Reds will do, Bill. There was an analyst who was asked about the Reds, and I don't think I like this comment, but this person said, okay, the Reds were the worst team to make last year's playoffs. The Reds can once again compete as a fringe contender if things break right.
Well, I was talking with my colleague Howard Wilkinson about the biggest Reds fan I know, and he says they got a good shot this year. It's the second year with their new skipper, and that's given him a little more time to adjust. So look for great things. No one expected them to back into the playoffs
I'm
last year.
optimistic too. I know Howard always says that they'll be better than last year, and I hope he's right.
That's one thing about Howard. Every year he's the most optimistic, and one of these years, statistically, he has to be right. Hopefully it's this year. So we've got some beauty queens here, or I should say pageant queens. Miss Ohio 2025, Olivia Fossen. Miss Ohio USA 2025, Hannah Klein. Kinley Shoemaker, Miss Indiana 2025. And Heather French Henry, Miss America 2000. Thank you again for joining us for the 107th Finley Market Opening Day Parade.
You know, one interesting fact about the parade, and we haven't gotten to these people yet, I don't believe, but there is a woman who plays professional baseball for Boston, and she is from the tri-state area.
Really?
She went to C&E, Claremont Northeastern, and her sister, so this person is in the parade, and her sister is Miss Ohio.
Ah.
So they're both in the parade.
Oh, wow. You've got more inside information than I have.
I have to find something that you don't have.
Miss Ohio 2025, Olivia Fossen. Miss Ohio USA 2025, Hannah Klein. Miss Indiana, Kinley Shoemaker. There's Hannah Klein, Miss Ohio USA. There's Olivia Fossen.
We have a little bit of a traffic jam, so lucky for us, everyone is still here.
Maybe there's a red light down there somewhere. Oh, we have a child, we have a kid, we have a cute kid. There's Heather French Henry, former Miss America from 2000. And I believe her and her husband are also kind of in charge of the Rosemary Clooney Museum down in Augusta, Kentucky.
Oh, that's right. Thanks for reminding us about that.
Oh, juggling invisible balls. I think you have to have special glasses to see those. The Toyota
that was the
dealers
work
of
of Glenn
Cincinnati and Northern
Hartung,
Kentucky.
who stuck his head in the window.
Parade is heading down to Great American Ballpark, at least the neighborhood anyway. For 107 years, Finley Market has been sponsoring this parade. Of course, the parade actually started much sooner than
Should we interview some
longer
fans?
ago. Here's Sarah. Oh. The parade started a number of years before Finley Market took it over, and it was actually several different parades. They were not united. It was just a bunch of different fan groups coming from different directions.
Interviewed during the parade? Do a quick interview? Okay, perfect. Do you mind being interviewed for the parade?
And
okay, cool.
Sarah's looking for someone. Go, Sarah.
Hi guys, so what does opening day mean to you? And I'm very curious, how long have you been here in the setup?
This is our 11th year in a row having this exact spot. The family has grown. We keep adding one. We have a granddaughter's, this is her first opening day. But my son is back there with his family, and we get here every year about 6 o'clock in the morning and get set up with the food and everything. But it was so wonderful to see the Reds, Johnny Bench, Doug Flynn, back to back. Those are friends that I know from Reds Fantasy.
That's awesome. Sounds like a great party. Thanks for chatting with me. And I have to ask, did you miss work today for this?
No, I don't work.
Yeah, exactly. It's a holiday in Cincinnati anyway. Thank you guys. Enjoy.
Thank you, Sarah. We'll
Thank
check
you,
in with
Sarah.
you again a little later.
So that guy stakes out his spot
Yes.
each year. So you were saying about the opening day parade and the history.
A bunch of different groups, supporter groups would follow Reds players. They'd come from different directions, from different parts of the city, and they would all congregate over at Crosley Field. And eventually they all kind of fell apart, but the Finley Market sponsored one kept going. And eventually it just became known, it was the only game in town. They were following all the players and the fans to the ballpark, and it's evolved to what we see today. 107 years of the official Finley Market opening day parade.
Yes, I read your story at WVXU, and
.org.
Also, I remember interviewing, I don't know if this is correct, but maybe this fits in between what you were saying, but in the very beginning, it was just like some players, and they maybe stopped off at some bars, and they were then going to the stadium, and it sort of became that.
I've heard something along those lines. Randy Freaking, local attorney, he's in the parade here a little later. He wrote a good book about the origins of the parade and the history of it through the years. I had a copy, I lent it out, and I got to stop lending books out because they never, ever, ever come back.
Uh-oh.
We've been talking about the opening day parade, and we've been talking about the Reds, and it's time to talk to someone I know who is about the biggest Reds fan. I know it's my colleague and friend from WVXU, our political and Reds analyst, Howard Wilkinson.
Hey, Howard, so tell me, do you remember your first parade for opening day?
So, Steve.
Well, I grew up in Dayton, and we didn't really come down much for, I do vaguely remember some of the old ones that actually started in Finley Market and came down to Crosley Field. I do remember a few of those. The present day parade, which, winds all the way downtown to the riverfront, is a unique phenomenon. The thing that interests me about this year is having Jeff Brantley as the Grand Marshal, because he's never he's been here in Cincinnati for a long time, both as a player and a broadcaster, but I'm sure he's never seen the parade. And now he's going to be like the focus of attention for this thing. I think it'll be an experience for the old cowboy. That he will he'll open his eyes to what it means in Cincinnati.
What does this parade mean for the city?
Well, it's a celebration. It's a unique celebration that doesn't happen in any other major league city, and very few other minor league teams do anything like that. It's a celebration of the season, coming out of a long, hard winter, which, people in Cincinnati are used to. And this is a release. This is like, baseball's back. And if baseball's back, then everything's right with the world again. And, it's just part of the culture here. And it always will be, I think.
So speaking of baseball, you are one of the biggest Reds fans I know. You've been watching them during spring training. How's the team looking this year?
I think they're looking great, to tell you the truth. I think they're an improved team over last year. Last year, they surprised a lot of people by winning a wild card spot. Didn't stay around very long, but they got a taste of it. And a lot of these young players have got a taste of it. Once they get that taste in their mouth, they're going to want more. And I think, the addition of some really good relief pitchers, Eugenio Suarez, obviously, who I think will be mostly a DH. But he's a great clubhouse guy too. He's going to turn that clubhouse around. I just think it's a very good young team. Sal Stewart, who I would not be surprised at all if he becomes Rookie of the Year this year. The one player in all of baseball in spring training. Do you know who the most successful player is in the spring training?
No.
Matt McClain of the Cincinnati Reds. He's had a better spring on numbers, power, RBIs, batting average, every measure than any other player in the major leagues. I mean, it's so, when you got a guy like that who's going to be, people were talking about he had a bad year last year. He was hurt. But he's healthy now. People were talking about dropping him to 8th in the lineup. That's crazy. He'll be on opening day. He'll be batting second behind T.J. Friedel because that's where he belongs, and he's going to be incredibly productive for Reds. And look at Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz put on weight over the off season. And it was not just like lard, it was muscle. I mean, he is in excellent shape, and it might, he's going to cut down maybe his defensive skills a little bit, but it's going to increase his power potential. So I look for a big year from that guy too.
Okay, that's all we need. Thank you, Howard. I appreciate it.
All right. Anytime, bud.
Talk to you later.
All right. See you at the ball yard.
Interesting interview, Bill.
Thank you, Howard. Appreciate that. We got the Crosby Pop Cycles right now, the 4th and 5th grade unicycle team from Crosby Elementary School in Harrison, Ohio. They have to audition to be a part of the Pop Cycles Club, and they got to keep their grades up. You can't just ride the unicycle. You got to keep your grades up, too.
Is that something you've done, Bill?
No.
Got on a unicycle?
I have enough trouble with 2 wheels.
Sarah,
Hi, Sarah, who you got?
I'm here with some Red super fans. On a scale 1 to 10, how excited are you guys?
Excited! Yes, excited!
Yes, and is this your first parade?
It is my first parade.
What do you think?
I love it. She comes every year.
Awesome. On the count of 3, go Reds. 1, 2, 3. Go
Reds!
Thank you guys. Enjoy your day.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right, we've got Princeton High School.
Love how you get the red spirit in there, Sarah.
So we were talking about horses earlier. We've got the SinFed Credit Union wagon, the Wegman Horses and Carriage.
That is the Wegman Horses and Carriage along with SinFed.
Yes, they're
Credit Union.
They are up next. We were talking about horses. They've got a Belgian. These are Belgian horses. Okay, so there's Percherons, there's Belgians, and there's Clydesdales. Percherons are gray or black. They're 16 to 17 hands tall. Belgians are the next biggest. 7 to 18 hands tall, light brown or reddish brown. So that's what those are, Belgians. And Clydesdales are the largest of the 3. They are 18 to 20 hands tall, and they are dark brown. And of course, you'll recognize them from Budweiser commercials.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a gray Percheron. I usually see black.
Yeah, well, from what my friend Laura told me, gray or black Percherons. So
I believe you.
Here's the first of our dance clubs. It's the Dance Flash Fusion, and of course they're dressed like the Rockford Peaches. Dance Flash Fusion is a not-for-profit organization. They raise money for folks. They've donated to the Princesses Ballet via the City Gospel Mission. They've donated to Deer Park Dance Program and the Elements Cultural Arts Center.
I wanted to add that they said the Dayton Dragons contacted them to perform before a game and said they found the Dance Flash Fusion during the opening day parade 2024.
Ah, well, that worked out. Of course, they're dressed as the Rockford Peaches from the Women's League during the Second World War, made famous by a league of their own. There they are, authentic uniforms. There is no crying in baseball. Perhaps the most famous line from that great movie. Gina Davis, Tom Hanks. Oh, here's one of our non-marching bands. No, just recorded music, excuse me. But we do have several non-marching band bands. And we'll be getting to those here soon. We do have another marching band just coming along here very soon, I should think. According to my notes, anyway. Oh, is that Chuck Norris? I think that was Chuck Norris, the late Chuck Norris.
All these fantastic shots, thanks to the bucket truck that we have.
That's from the City of Cincinnati Public Works Department, Department of Transportation and Engineering. We've got two guys on the bucket truck crew. Rob Reynolds, Tim Mercurio. Way to go, Rob and Tim. Good job, fellas. Thank you very much. Unsung heroes. There are approximately 6,000 people expected to be in this parade, either marching or riding on a float, and I'm going to guess that's even a low estimate because...
And you said 6,000?
6,000 is what I have in my notes.
Wow.
That's what I was told. And I'm saying that may be a low estimate because there's a number of entries that have gone past that are not in my notes. So I think there's some last-minute entries, which would mean we've got more than 148 entries, more than likely.
We're going to keep you to that. Like, we're going to count.
Be my guest. Be my guest.
You know, lots of excitement in this parade, and one person who is excited is Andrew Abbott. He's going to be pitching today for the Reds.
Yes.
And when he was asked about opening day, and he says, quote, you definitely have to enjoy it a little, but you have to kind of flirt the fine line. You can't get too involved in it. Can't let the emotions kind of overtake. You still have to focus. You still have to pitch. You still have to execute. But he said, I'm definitely going to take it in and see Cincinnati at its fullest on opening day and just enjoy it.
Excellent. Are you going to be able to watch the game, or do you have to go back to work after the parade?
I have to go back to work, but I'll probably have it on.
Oh, yeah. Good thinking.
What about yourself?
I am going to one of my favorite establishments, and I will be watching the game on television.
Okay, great.
We've lined up some hot dogs. We've lined up some peanuts. And Laura will be providing us with beverages.
Okay.
She's the horse expert for me.
And when you actually go to the game, one game this season, you'll have to try out some of those fabulous dishes we were talking about.
Today. My name's Erica. I'm with Rheingeist.
And is this your first parade?
It actually is my first time ever celebrating opening day.
Awesome. Well, have fun. We're glad to see you. You look like you're having so much fun.
Woo! Go Redlegs!
Thank you, Sarah. Here's the Elks.
Thank you, Sarah.
I have no mention of the Elks. So I think there's another group that's in at the last minute. There's FC Cincinnati. There we are. They were founded in 2015 as the United Soccer League franchise. And they've got a VIP with them right now. Paul Nicholson from Whitehaven, UK. Paul played for FC Cincinnati during the USL era. He's currently a club ambassador. Well done, Paul. Welcome back to Cincinnati. And we got the Batavia High School Bulldog Band.
And in this So this past November, the Bulldog Band, as I was saying, played at the Ohio State versus Penn State pregame skull session concert in Columbus. Sounding good.
All the way from Claremont County, the Batavia High School Bulldog Band, non-competition band, 105 members with 18 members in the drum line. It's their 21st season under director David Smith with assistant director Emily Smith. And the color guard, of course, led by Heather Newsom and Abby Jean Hunn. And I guess we're going to stay with them for a while. They're going to stay with us.
All right.
Cool. Play some Skinnerd.
I like, again, that they're playing
Yes.
right where we are. In fact, I think we have somebody who's holding up a sign that says play for TV or something like that.
Oh. Sarah, who you got?
I am here with Cincinnati artist. He doesn't know it yet, but Brent Couch. Brent, how are you doing today?
Good, great. Having fun out here. It's incredible, great weather, incredible floats. Great. I just can't get people to yell. Come on.
For those who don't know, Brent's a big part of Blink. So good to see you, Brent. Enjoy your day.
Absolutely. Sorry it took so I couldn't get there.
Yeah, he was trying to get a cheer going.
Well, there's a lot going on.
You know, we said this parade has more floats than any other Finley Market opening day parade, and we are seeing them.
Absolutely. And a lot of them, we don't know who they are. Oh, we've got a pope. We have a new pope. I didn't see the smoke. This may be CHOW, the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Italian American Organizations. It's the Order Sons of Daughters of Italy, Cincinnatus Lodge 1191. The United Italian Society, Femina Fusca de Lis.
And you are right, because they were holding Italian flags.
Oh, yep.
And they also have expensive cars. Can you say Lamborghini and others?
Oh, look at, there's a Ferrari. I could hear him revving just a moment ago. That's a Ferrari. That's a Lambro. That's a Lambo. So yeah, we've got Lamborghini Diablo. We've got a Maserati MC20 and a Ferrari 488 Spider. This is CHOW, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky's Italian American Organizations. That's a pretty purple.
You know what? I'll take a ride in any of those cars.
Oh, that's a nice throaty roar. Well, that's great. We get the bands to play. We get the trucks to honk their horns, and we get the supercars to rev their engines. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they got a number of celebrities, a number of people of note. We've got Newport Mayor Tom Giuliani. I do know how to say his name. Gaduli, Tom Gaduli. David J. Gaduli. We've got Andy Furman on there. And they've got their mascot, Golden Gloves Champ. Thank you for the emphasis there.
Italian society that you were talking about, all
Yes.
these people? Okay. Yeah, they have a big presence here. I guess they don't want to be slighted by the Germans. Like, that's what you think of with heritage here in Cincinnati.
Very much so. I've been finding out a lot of people, automatically think Cincinnati Germans, but Cincinnatus, that's where we get our name. Cincinnatus was Roman, so that's Italy. Of course, we've got a big Irish presence here, and you'll see that during St. Patrick's Day, the St. Patrick's Day parade just a couple weeks ago here. And of course, there's a lot of Scottish influence here.
And as you're explaining this, we're hearing Italian.
Yep. They are supposed to have Buddy Blackwell on the float, one of our 2 opera stars in the parade. She is an up-and-coming soprano with the New York Opera, I believe it was. And she might be favoring some folks along the parade with an aria from Rigoletto. Rodeo Farm. This is a 6-horse team of Percheron draft horses, and they got their limo carriage. And if you'll remember, Percherons are gray or black. These are black. They are 16 to 17 hands tall. That's how you measure the size of a horse. Whose hands, I'm not quite sure. I didn't get that far into the research. But thanks again, Laura, for telling us the difference between the Percherons, the Belgians, and the Clydesdales. Yep. From Rodeo Farms. One of the mares of these 6 horses is pregnant. Can you tell which one? One of them is due next month. So, what do you get? What do you get a horse for its birthday? Do you have a baby shower for a mare, a foal shower?
Funny.
The Wiedemann entry, they've got the 1940s
so
wagon.
Wiedemann Brewery coming down the street. They have an authentic horse-drawn delivery wagon used to ply the streets of downtown Cincinnati, Newport, and Covington during gas rationing in the 1940s.
The Wiedemann Brewery folks. Oh, that's the Sausage Queen, I believe. Is it? Is that the Sausage Queen? I don't think that's the Sausage Queen. We are expecting the Sausage Queen from Bachfest, but I don't believe that was this year's Sausage Queen. We are expecting Cincinnati Beard Barons next. But we've still got Wiedemann's. They started brewing beer in 1870, 1 year after the Red Stockings started playing professional baseball openly. Sarah, do you have someone for us?
Someone. Tell me once more, who are you representing in the parade today?
Beard Barons.
Oh,
yes.
Is this your first parade?
No. New outfit every year.
You're a veteran. I love it.
We love a theme.
Awesome. Enjoy your day. Go Reds.
Go Reds.
Okay, boy, I was way off with the Sausage Queen guess. No, she's with the Beard Barons.
I like their description. Local nonprofit bringing unique beards, mustaches, veterans, and community.
Claremont Northeastern Marching Rockets, led by Chris Moore, Assistant Director Josh Pritchard, and Jenny Lehman. From Claremont Northeastern Marching Rockets. It's one of our other vintage fire trucks in 1989. It's the Green Township Professional Firefighters Local 2927.
Folks, you know, people are just walking in front of our camera, but oh well. And there are some of the 6,000 people, Bill, that you said are marching in the parade.
Just a few. What's always fun at the end is watching people disperse, because a lot of them do actually come into the streets and follow the parade down towards the ballpark. Not as many as perhaps I think they did originally, but still some do.
Well, we're looking at a truck pulling a float. Ohio 811 and Kentucky 811 are the call before you dig centers. So if you're getting ready to dig, call them so you don't take out somebody's power.
It's the Bronson Arroyo Band. You can hear them. Cumulus Media, 96 Rock, Business Courier teamed up for a float. And this is Bronson Arroyo, Reds Hall of Famer. He'll be throwing out the first pitch. And he's got his band for the parade. is Bronson Arroyo.
Is he going to sing?
I don't know, but he's throwing out the first pitch, so they better get him down to the ballpark soon. That won't be until about 4 o'clock because the game time is at 4:10. And there's all kinds of ceremonies before they actually start playing baseball. As always, the Finley Market merchants, they deliver flowers to the skippers of both teams. That's a long-standing tradition. They give Finley Market.
Usually you think, you wonder if someone throwing out the first pitch, like, is actually going to get it to the plate. But here we don't.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about.
Wonder.
I think Bronson's got this one. We don't need to worry about that. We have stilts.
Oh, look at the stilts, Bill.
Circus, Cincinnati Circus, stilt walkers, mimes, jugglers. Go, Sarah.
And we see Sarah.
Who you're representing in the parade today?
Cincinnati Circus Company.
Tell me who's behind us.
Dave Williker owns the Cincinnati Circus Company.
Awesome. I see some stilts.
Yeah.
Awesome. Enjoy.
Could you do that? Right there. Can you do that?
Looks like you have to have pretty good balance.
And you don't?
Well, I mean, I did break my leg last year, so maybe I don't have as good as I used to.
It's a living statue. There's the living statue. Always love the living statue.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it takes practice.
I'll stick to activities that are closer to the ground if that's okay.
Grimace and Birdie from McDonald's. And behind them, Metro. Metro, of course, Hamilton County's public transportation system. And they've got their baby bus back there. EV is the name of the baby bus. EV stands, of course, for EV, electric vehicle. It was built by their maintenance team on their own hours, kind of like the Greater Cincinnati Waterworks float.
And I got to give a shout out to the GCL Combined Marching Band.
This is the GCL Combined Marching Band, members from Moeller, Mount Notre Dame, LaSalle, St. Xavier, Cincinnati Catholic High Schools, about 100 performers, and of course, that color guard. GCL Combined Marching Band.
You know, that idea of combining bands really has worked out well here. You can hear from lots of different people in this parade.
And it can't be easy to organize something like that. Getting a bunch of kids from different high schools together to rehearse together.
Now, some of them do play together, like, for example, Moeller and Notre Dame, some of the ones play together, but you're right, like the ones from around the city in the Cincinnati Public Schools.
We've got another dance crew coming up. This would be the Groove Crew of Greater Cincinnati. They are open to anyone 18 and up, and they've been around since May of 2022. So a good post-pandemic dance crew, the Groove Crew.
You know, that just sounds cool. Like, I'm a member of the Groove Crew.
Yeah. It's not alliteration, that would be a sonosance. Two words with similar sounds. They've only been around for 4 years, but they look good and healthy. They got a good turnout.
This is such a fun day. People are having just a blast, either in the parade, watching the parade, and you are watching on CitiCable and also through Campbell Media. Thanks for joining us.
There's the Jeff Ruby Foundation. They help kids in foster care, give them a chance to succeed regardless of their background or their circumstances. Oh, that's a nice convertible Jaguar. XJE, I believe that is. Yeah, I want one of those.
You know, some years ago I learned, Bill, that Jeff Ruby is a huge high school wrestling fan and
Really?
regularly shows up at the tournaments.
Did not know that. Oh, we got more horses. These are Clydesdales with the classic Coachman Farm. They're pulling a hitch wagon owned by Michael and Carol Burke of Loveland. So those are Clydesdales, and of course, they are the biggest of the 3 different breeds we have today. They are dark brown, and they are 18 to 20 hands tall. And they are followed by the Cincinnati Vintage Baseball Club.
And your horse research has really come in handy. That you like spout off, okay, that's, you know, such and such with so many hands.
I'm just going to keep milking this. Wait, that's cows. Never mind. Yeah, they're from Loveland, Ohio. And behind them, the Cincinnati Vintage Baseball Club. You'll notice that's 2 words. It's because that's how it was back in the 19th century. They've got 2 teams in this league. The Buckeyes, the Cincinnati Buckeyes, and the Red Stockings. Both played in the 1860s. Sarah?
I'm here with some super fans, and it's somebody's birthday. How excited are you guys? Who do you hope wins today? Everyone out here is excited. We're so happy to have everyone. Enjoy your day, guys. Happy birthday.
So the Vintage Baseball Club, they play by the rules and the customs of the day from the 19th century, and they wear, of course, the period-appropriate uniforms. They use the period-appropriate equipment and methods.
I wonder where you go to watch them.
I think you can Google it. Our Daily Bread Soup Kitchen and the Last Mile, Cincinnati's largest soup kitchen. They've been in Over the Rhine for more than 40 years. They're across the street from Finley Market. They serve more than 500 meals every day, and it's all from rescued or donated food. So that's where the Last Mile folks come in.
And if you're wondering how they got their start, it was back in 1980 where Cookie Vogelpohl witnessed a man dig through a garbage can and said somebody needs to do something.
Wow.
And so that's what it was.
Really? Wow. That's amazing. Well, they're still going strong 40 years later. And if you are down at Finley Market some weekend shopping or during the week, you'll see them right across the street on Race Street. We got another band coming. This would be the Jack Sendell Jr. Senior High School Marching Eagles.
From Indiana.
Play now. Play now. Play now. Okay, well, the Jack Sendell Jr. Senior High School Marching Eagles from Southwest Indiana, one of several different combined bands. Here they go. Let's go.
Followed by Great Parks.
Oh yeah, Great Parks of Hamilton County. They are towing a wagon that's decorated with live plants that you can find in one of the great parks of Hamilton County. They've got 22 of those parks, and their mission is to preserve and protect natural resources, to provide outdoor recreation and education, and to enhance the quality of life.
So get out and join nature and hike some of the trails.
So we got dogs here. This is a Kinetic Nutrition Group, and they supply dog food to all kinds of law enforcement and military groups. And they've got the most decorated dog in U.S. history marching with them. Hurricane. Hurricane is the name of the dog and is recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records. Hurricane marches with Marshal Marachi with the United States Secret Service.
And I guess it makes sense, like you gotta have good food and good nutrition, good supplements, because these dogs are athletes.
I'm guessing that's not Hurricane leaning out of the van. Just a guess. Hearing and Speech Deaf Center Connection. They are making the connection between deaf culture and America's favorite pastime. Now, American Sign Language signs used in baseball may have been created by William Dummy Hoy from Cincinnati.
And look, more horses.
We got more horses. I don't know what.
That is the Miami Valley Gaming, who has a horse carriage.
Yeah, not sure what would you say those are? Belgians or I'm not sure.
And what are they thinking in the parade?
Well, they're all very well behaved. I mean, go Sarah. You got
Who
someone.
are you here representing today?
We are here with the Cincinnati Zoo and Fiona and our bald eagle Sam, who's here in name only, but we're celebrating Sam's flights at the ballpark.
That's awesome. Go Reds.
All right, go Reds.
All right, the Cincinnati Zoo. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, they're marching with some of their animals, I believe. I didn't see any, but. And there's the zoo car. Yep, there's a snake. I wonder what the snake thinks of all of this. We got another fire truck. This is from CincyFest.com. Yeah, you got to show the fire trucks. I do love the fire trucks. Thank you, Steve. Now, I wish they had, told me they were going to bring a fire truck. But no, it's a pleasant surprise, I suppose. Ah, yes, Cold Iron. They do a lot of the events you'll see down along the river and across the area.
And we see the zoo coming down the street.
There's
and
Fiona.
In case you didn't know, the zoo opened in 1875.
Fiona has very delicate hands. Did you see those?
We didn't have the real Fiona, but we had the next best thing.
That wasn't, okay, never mind. Yeah, CincyFest.com, they are now connected with the Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce, I believe. Cincinnati, USA, Regional Chamber of Commerce. I believe I saw that press release a couple of weeks ago. All right, where are we? We are just past the halfway point, and we've got the Lebanon High School Marching Band coming.
I have to give it a shout out. That's my alma mater. Go Lebanon.
That's your alma mater.
The Lebanon High School Marching Band, the Warriors.
Did you play in the band?
I did play in the band.
What did you play? Accordion?
Clarinet. Clarinet.
Clarinet. So you put down the accordion and took up the clarinet.
That's right.
Oh, you got SPCA. Cincinnati is official shelter partner of the Reds, partner of Bark in the Park. Rounding third and heading to a forever home. SPCA has been serving the area for 153 years. They are the Hometown Humane Society.
And they brought some animals.
They got some puppies. Tana was my co-host last year, and we just lost her at this point.
She's a big dog
lost
lover.
her attention. The Tanimal.
So what we're seeing here from Sinesis Construction Company, the guy who did this float, he used to design the ones for Frisch's restaurant. And so he has like a replica of the Great American Ballpark.
Oh, okay. I'm sure everyone else knows this, But if you're new to Cincinnati or your first time here, if you look at the smokestacks out in the outfield, if you look closely, those the pointy things sticking up, those are baseball bats. Everyone here knows that.
Bill? I don't think I knew that.
You didn't know that? Oh.
No.
Yeah, you look very closely, they are baseball bats.
Okay. Wow.
And a few years ago, the real things out at Great American Ballpark caught fire because there was a firework mishap. The game continued, and we were watching it on TV, and Cincinnati Fire Department came out, and you saw this ladder extend from Mering Way, and a firefighter climbing up to put water on it. I wish I had a VCR running on that day. The Wapakoneta Breakfast Optimist Lawnmower Drill Team, always a favorite. 16 club members doing stunts and maneuvers. They support local youth sports and scholastic activities. Always a parade favorite. The Wapakoneta Breakfast Optimist Lawnmower Drill Team.
I would have to say this is one of my favorites, seeing them every year.
I like the one with the racing stripe on it. Makes it go faster. We got to find out how many hours they put in every year practicing.
And do they use those lawn mowers, or do they just like have riding mowers, and these are just for show?
That's a good question. Of course, Wapakoneta is the home of Neil Armstrong. First man to set foot on the moon that we know of. Up next, Little Miami High School Marching Band, the Marching Panthers. Director Tabitha Smith, Assistant Director Molly McCoy.
All right, Warren County's represented here.
Oh, I love this song. Six members of the Marching Panthers from Little Miami High School from Morrow, Ohio. And of course they're playing the classic Hey Baby from Bruce Chanel. They've got a good sound. Thank you, Marching Panthers. Peterbilt Cincinnati, another one of our non-marching band bands. We'll be seeing them here in a second and hearing them, I hope. They've got the Kevin McCoy Band on a flatbed.
And do you know what model this is, Bill?
The Peterbilt? I do not.
589 tractor.
Yeah, it's shiny.
With a 40-foot flatbed trailer.
It's a good-looking semi. We got a little old convoy. Ain't it a beautiful sight? There's the Kevin McCoy Band.
Something for everyone. Marching band, bands on a flatbed.
Coming up next, it's the opening day gang. They're just basically dedicated Reds fans. They've been doing this parade for 20 years, more than 20 years on their own. They were actually formed, through WLW and then just kind of decided to keep it going on their own. So the opening day gang. Sarah, are you with us? Are you out there, Sarah?
Who are you guys here representing today?
The opening day gang.
Yes. Is this your first opening day?
Nope.
All
Doing it
my
for
life.
years. Yeah.
Whole life. I love that.
Every time I heard, we've been on this parade and we love it every year.
What's your favorite opening day snack?
Snack? Definitely hot dog.
Hot dogs, yes. Have fun, ladies. Go Reds.
The opening day gang.
There is your hot dog. You said you're going to have hot dogs?
Yep.
That woman loves hot dogs.
Excellent. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. We just need some Cracker Jacks now. Of course, the parade is on its way down towards Great American Ballpark, as the Reds host the Red Sox this afternoon. First pitch is at 4:10.
We're more than halfway through on the parade. We've got about 146, 148 entries, and we're around 90 right now.
Well, we've got a number here that we need to start talking about now. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary with their mascot, PFD Panda. It's the Department of Homeland Security supporting the U.S. Coast Guard, the auxiliary supporting them. Now, this is all kind of our nautical theme part of the parade. So we've got the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary right there with PFD Panda. Behind them, we've got the U.S. sub-veterans with their 25-foot replica of a sub. They are 80 local submarine veterans. They started in 2002 to build the USS Cincinnati Memorial. Of course, the current USS Cincinnati is a submarine. And that memorial is 95% complete. They're building it at the Voice of America Park, and in May, they will be dedicating it. There's that replica of the sub. And behind them, we've got the USS Cincinnati LCS-20 Foundation. Okay, so the submarine used to be the USS Cincinnati. The current USS Cincinnati is a littoral ship. It's the LCS-20. It's based out of San Diego. They sometimes send members of their crew to ride on the float. Last time they were here in 2019, and the Reds often send the crew Reds caps. This is the 5th U.S. Navy ship named after the city of Cincinnati. And there's the replica
I look forward
of it.
to the project that you were talking about that you said is 95% complete with a formal dedication date of May 16, 2026. That's this year.
That's the submarine, and here's the current USS, or a replica of the U.S. Cincinnati, LCS-20. There it is, based out of San Diego.
And I hear the Western Brown High School marching band coming down the street. There they are.
From Mount Orab, Ohio, it's the Western Brown High Marching Band, the pride of the Broncos. And they are grades 8 through 12. There they go. Can you guys come back, stop, back up a few feet, start over? We'll get you next year. We'll get you next year.
So many talented high school marching bands that we've seen in this
Ooh,
parade.
we got a crane.
This is the 107th Finley Market Opening Day Parade.
Sherwood Elementary Wrapping Ropes coming up here shortly. There they are. Sherwood Wrapping Ropes.
And they are a group of 2nd through 6th graders from Sherwood Elementary. This is in the Forest Hill School District.
Yeah.
They perform 5 to 8 minute shows around the tri-state.
They do some halftime shows, don't they? Halftime at basketball games, I understand. Ooh, wow.
Jumping rope is really good exercise.
That's what I've heard. Well, look how healthy they look.
I mean, you see boxers doing it a lot to train, get in shape.
See, I don't jump rope, and look how healthy I look. Not very.
You do a lot of walking, which is also good.
Yeah, well, maybe I should take a rope with me. Well, that's our friends from Radio 1 Cincinnati, the city's leading station for hip-hop and R&B. And they operate the only Hispanic-led station in the city, coming up after Sipsy Klein. There's Sipsy Klein. There we are. There's Radio 1 Cincinnati. It's neat to see all the different broadcast groups with all their different entries. We've seen most of the TV stations, the radio groups as well. A lot of DJs this year. Gonna have to start counting DJs as well as marching bands, horses, and fire trucks. I'm gonna have to add DJs to that list.
And maybe you said this already, but it's one of the largest black-owned media companies in the nation.
I did not know that. No, wind's picking up a bit. Sam Adams next. They've got Corey Blunt, Damon Flint, Melvin Levitt with them, and of course, they got Jim Cook with them, owner and CEO of Sam Adams, the beer. Now he's from Cincinnati. He discovered the recipe for the beer that became Buster Lager. He found that recipe in the family's attic.
Yeah,
so that is a classic beer recipe.
Sorry, Bill. I was just going to mention that they have some guests on the float from
Corey
UC
Blount.
Basketball stars.
Yeah.
Corey Blunt, yeah, Damon Flint, Melvin Levitt. Melvin Levitt was with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Up next, it's the East Central High School dance team, 4th through 12th graders from Sunman Dearborn School, founded in 2004, and right behind them is the Marching Trojans. The Marching Trojans behind them from St. Leon, Indiana. This is the longest standing band in the parade, but they're marching, so I'm not sure what that means. Director Megan Greespert is the director. Megan Greespert. The Marching Trojans. Well, we were doing so well with having the bands play just as they got to us. That couldn't last forever, could it?
But they were doing other things besides playing. They were also chanting.
They were chanting. That always helps.
So great group of talented kids.
Okay, I see Joey the Can-Do Kangaroo back there. That must mean this is the Nuxall Foundation, honoring the old left-hander with Joe's son Kim as president of the Nuxall Foundation.
And should we explain the Miracle Fields?
Go for it.
Okay, so I've been there and I'm just so impressed. I've done a couple of stories up there where people of who have some challenges that we don't have. People with disabilities, kids, are able to play baseball, and they're given help if they need it, and you can just see on the kids' faces how they look forward to the season in doing this. So I think it's such a great effort by the Nuxall Foundation, the Miracle League Fields. And they took them on the road the past couple of years to play other teams, similar teams.
Fantastic. That's really
Fairfield.
cool. Oh, we've got Mount St. Joe University. Staff, students, administrators, football, volleyball teams and coaches, the dance team, the grads, the undergrads, and their mascot, Joe Lyon from Mount St. Joe University since 1920. And according to their sign, word on the street is they love the Reds. Right behind them is the American Side Saddle Association. Now, did you know there are only a few side saddle parade teams in the U.S., and the American Side Saddle Association is one of them?
No, I didn't know that till I read it.
Yeah. It's a non-profit group. They promote the elegant art and history of riding side saddle. Oh, and they're dressed like the Georgia Peaches.
Now the question is, how many hands are these horses, Bill?
I think these are just standard horses. I don't think these are the big
15,
draft horses.
17,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I'll buy that for $1. And that flag belongs to the Cheviot Eagles. Eagles 2197, it's their flag corps. The flag is 50 feet by 40 feet, and they've got 16 members of the Cheviot Eagles carrying it.
How many people does it take to hold the flag?
16, apparently.
Oh.
And behind them, it's the Twin Tower Senior Living. They have got a band with them. They always have a band with them, which is cool. It's the Castle on the Hill, which was designed by Cincinnati architect Samuel Hannaford, who also designed a lot of other other buildings, including City Hall.
And it opened its doors to senior living in 1899.
Nice. Right behind them, senior living, a number of their residents. There's a fire truck, Miles Greenwood Historical Fire Apparatus Society. They've been around for 55 years, and they are named for Cincinnati's first fire chief, Miles Greenwood. Their goal is to preserve, restore, educate, and share the history of fire apparatus. And if Sarah were here, she could tell us what kind of truck that was, because she works at the Cincinnati Fire Museum and knows all kinds of things.
I guess I should have known since they've been around for 55 years, but I didn't know that there was an organization like this.
Baden Rocks from Baden High School, an alternative to the traditional marching band. Well, I did say play some Skinnerd.
Yeah.
Someone was listening. That was Baden Rocks from Baden High School. They don't do a traditional marching band, they do a rock band.
And they were rocking out, that's
They
for
were
sure.
rocking out. Oh, we missed the futuristic gymnastics team, the only all-African-American AAU competitive gymnastics team in Ohio. We missed them. Rats. Oh well, we'll get them next year. And we've got coming up the Friends of the Taft Legacy. There we go, at the Taft National Historic Site in Mount Auburn. The Friends of the Taft Legacy keep alive the Taft family's values and legacy of public service, community engagement, education, and social justice. Of course, the National Park Service is with them because it is a national park site.
And guess what? It's time for another band. The Whitten Woods High School Marching Band.
The Winton Woods High School Marching Band. And here's an interesting statistic about Winton Woods High School. There are 30 different languages spoken at the school. Students with 30 different languages.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. 140 musicians and a color guard marching right there. They come from Forest Park, Green Hills, and part of Springfield Township. Mercy Health's mobile mammography program. They are celebrating breast cancer survivors. Hello,
and
ladies.
We're trying to convey all the excitement here. It just looks like people are having such a great time. The weather is great, and it's just good to be here at Red's Opening Day Parade.
The electricity is, for lack of a better word, electrifying. Mercy Health's mobile mammography program. And we've still got about what, 30, 35 more entries or so? Let's round it up to 40. Let's just say we got 40 more entries. Skate Downtown Cincy coming up here shortly somewhere.
And so we have a float, I was just looking up the street, depicting Finley Market. It's from 8K Construction.
Oh, okay.
And they're involved in projects all over. They even turned an old bowling alley in College Hill into apartments.
Ah. More stack replicas there. Here we go. Here's Skate Downtown Cincinnati. They got a couple of rhythm teams. It's a partnership between Cincinnati Recreation Commission, Cincinnati Parks, and the Cincinnati Parks Foundation. They started in 2022, and they've been putting on all kinds of different events, all wrapped around skating, because roller skating is in again. It's amazing.
And Jason mentioned more skating,
Yeah.
too.
Beginning of the parade, before the parade started, we talked with Jason Barron from Cincinnati Parks, and yeah, mentioned the skates. Yeah. Here we go. Old school skates too, not just inline. None of those roller blades.
Good exercise. How
Yeah.
long is the parade route, Bill?
1.5 miles, I'd guess. Estimation, yeah, 1.5. I can't do it. I can't imagine doing that in stilts, let alone roller skates. Oh, Hops and Hangers, Middletown Aviation Foundation. And they got a craft beer and beverage and aerobic air show. It's their 7th year for the nonprofit. Cool little plane there. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for the 107th Finley Market Opening Day Parade. I'm Bill Reinhart from Cincinnati Public Radio, here with Ann Thompson from CET and
Hey,
Sarah Strickland from the Cincinnati Fire Museum.
And we're so glad to have you watching. This is just a great day to be along the parade route, and everybody's just having such a great time, and you know, not wrapped up in blankets this year or being shielded from the wind. We've got some really nice weather to go along with it.
Up next is Cincinnati Public School All-City Marching Band. It's an honor group. It's district-wide. They audition. Oh, we got Sarah talking to somebody.
I'm here with some more Cincy super fans, and look at this shirt. How cool is that? Where's that from?
Cincinnati Streetcar.
Awesome. We're a streetcar pro right here.
Good, that's awesome. Yep, we'll be in the parade. We're all the way at the end.
Okay, awesome. We'll definitely look for you. Good. Are you guys going to the game today?
We're not. We're going to stay at home and watch it with the kids.
That's a good idea, too. All the snacks you want at home. All right, go Reds, guys. Go Reds.
Thank you, Sarah. Up next, Cincinnati Public School All-City Marching Band. They come from all the different high schools across the city of Cincinnati, public schools. And they have to audition to become part of this band. And of course, they got to keep up their grades. These are all honor students too. Here we go. Cincinnati Public School All-City Marching Band playing Michael Jackson's Beat It. And do you want me to make you feel old?
Well, you know what I was going to say? Instead of beat it, it's beat them. The Reds need to beat
the
Boston.
beat.
Like,
yes.
We need to beat them.
Yes. Well, I'm just going to say Not one of the members of that band was alive when that song came out. And I'm going to guess some of their parents weren't even alive.
Probably, yeah. So that was 6 bands into one
Yes.
for CPS.
Another Cincinnati tradition, Geta, and the Glears Geta Calliope. Let's have some Calliope, huh?
We have all kinds of music here. We've got like
There it
Michael
is.
Jackson, Calliope, you know, the rock band, Baden Rocks.
Something for everyone, I hope. The Sin City Shakers are next. There they are. They came together in 2019, and their job is to promote diversity, inclusion, and fun, to bring the community together through the joy and the art of dance, music, and movement. It's the Sin City Shakers. Sarah, I hope you're standing by because I think you may know the folks on this next entry.
Yeah, and I was like, how could she be doing our roving reporter, but then she's on this float? The Cincinnati Fire Museum.
There it is, from the Cincinnati Fire Museum.
I'm here with Gumby from the Cincinnati Fire Museum. Tell us about the engine you're driving on.
Oh, it's a 1948 Mack, and it's one of the antiques of the Cincinnati Fire Museum. You have to come down, check it out. It's always in the parades or special events.
Where's it located?
Cincinnati Fire Museum, 315 West Court Street.
Awesome. Representing the first paid professional fire department in the nation. Thank you, Gumby. Go Reds!
I want to thank the Academy. Go Reds. Oh, Red Sea.
Thank you, Sarah. It's amazing how you know all of that right off the top of your head. Of course, Sarah is with the Cincinnati Fire Museum, so I hope she knows it off the top of her head.
As we sit here, I'm smelling all kinds of like great lunch food.
Yeah.
Like, over to my right, there's a group of people that always rent this parking lot, and it smells like they've got some, you know, like a grill going over here, some kind of hibachi, and then all kinds of other stuff that I
People
passed.
tailgate, you usually think of football games and tailgating, but it's becoming quite the thing for Cincinnati parades, too, the opening day parade anyway. Oh, this is the King Records Legacy Foundation, and they are stopped, interestingly enough, in front of another old studio. But anyway, the King Records in Evanston from 1943 to 1971. Artists of different races, genres, and backgrounds made music under one roof. They did blues, they did R&B, soul, funk, country, bluegrass, gospel, and rock and roll. All written, recorded, pressed, packaged, and shipped from one facility in Evanston. The King Records Legacy Foundation, preserving the history of King Records.
Yeah, King Records float honoring one of the city's most influential creative legacies.
They are still working to preserve the building and perhaps even open it up as a museum here soon. And on the way, we got Cincinnati Animal Care. It's the Hamilton County Shelter. It's a no-kill shelter providing compassionate care, facilitate adoptions, and promoting responsible ownership. Oh, look at the inflatable. Oh, look at the kitty.
Yeah, it says through engaging community events, partnerships, hands-on programs, we aim to create a culture of compassion and awareness about animal welfare. All right, so here is St. Veronica Catholic School. This is over in Claremont County, and this is where the 4th grade students research, write an essay, create a slideshow about a notable person, and they said, like, could be about a Reds player. And they've done this for years. And what a creative way to learn.
Seems like every year they come along and I try to talk what they're doing, and there's a band behind them, so we have to cut away. So I'm glad we actually got to. Up next, it's the Young Guns 4-H Equestrian Drill Team from Burlington. They are the 2025 Kentucky State Drill Team champions. They are 4-H members, and they are 4-H alumni.
And back to your horse coverage, Bill.
More horses.
You're on it.
And behind them, we got Valkyries. We have Valkyries. It's the Cincinnati Opera. They're in their 106th season. It's the second oldest opera company in the U.S. They started at the Cincinnati Zoo in 1920, and they performed outdoors for 50 years before they moved to Music Hall. That's amazing. I only just learned that recently. They're followed by Northern Kentucky University, Victor E. Viking, and KU cheerleaders and dance team. President Katie Short-Thompson. They got coaches, student athletes from the Division I teams. And they like to point out more than 80% of NKU graduates work, live, and play still here in the tri-state region.
And following them, we have the Queen City Circus and the Cassette Junkies.
That's another one of the non-marching band bands. The Queen City
Partnering
Circus.
up to wow the crowd, it
The
says.
Cassette Junkies playing classic hits from the cassette tape era. Back when we were young. Queen City Circus. Whoop. Oh, we made them nervous. A lot of stilt walkers this year. Have you seen all the stilt walkers?
See, can you do that, Bill?
I gotta get that jacket first. I could do it if I had that jacket.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's an obscure song.
All right.
That's a deep cut.
That was the Cassette Junkies.
The Cassette Junkies. The song, I don't know if you remember, was the Escape Club, Wild West.
I think I did a country line dance to that.
And now they're launching into Journey. Okay, anyway, getting back on to what we're supposed to be doing here. Sailor Park Drill Team, 16 girls and 2 banner carriers. Where are they? Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Behind them, Oak Hills High School Marching Band. Oak Hills High School Marching Band, 152 members, 99 musicians, 37 color guard members, 11 dancers, 3 drum majors, 2 majorettes, and a partridge in a pear tree.
And they'll soon be performing for the 3rd time at Walt Disney World in Orlando.
This is not a small group. This is a big group. Look over your right shoulder there, Ann. That's a good-sized band.
Big band.
That was a very large
big
band.
Big school, big band.
Oak Hills High School. And behind them, Xavier University, the Musketeers. There's the blue blob. In the back of the truck, I see the blue blob. There we go. And I hate to admit this. Do you know what the Musketeer mascot is? Not the blue blob, but the guy.
No, I
Okay.
don't.
I don't know either. D'Artagnan.
Okay.
Oh yes, one of the Musketeers. From the Three Musketeers. That makes sense. Thank you, Steve.
Also, going down the street is Matthew 25 Ministries. They respond to a lot of disaster areas and bring needed supplies.
School of Rock up next. Another rock band on a flatbed. Oh, and we're getting treated to Nation.
And more horses, Bill.
More horses.
A trolley that we see coming down the street. That is the Randy Freaking
Oh, yeah.
entry that you said he wrote a book.
Yes, thank you. I missed that. Completely missed that. Yeah, Randy Freaking wrote the book on the Finley opening day parade. The Sindependent Film Festival. There they are with their mascots. Bubbly, and where's my notes? I've lost my notes. Oh, Crunchy and Bubs, it's Independent Film Festival, the home for independent filmmakers and films. There they are. We are getting close to the end here.
And you know, this is the Finley Market Reds opening day parade, so every once in a while we hear like, let's go Reds. So yeah, that is an important part, like the energy.
Wouldn't be doing it without them. We do have another band coming up. We've got a semi here, and right behind them, can't see them quite yet, but I'll let you know, it's the Elder High School Marching Band, the Spirit of Elder. They are made up of students from both Elder and Seton High, and they have more than 100 members. And they are coming into sight just about now. There they are. Students from both Elder and Seton High Schools making up the Spirit of Elder High School Marching Band. We're getting very close to the end.
I see some patriotic stuff, so maybe the Yellow Ribbon Support Center.
More than likely, yeah. Support Center was first formed about, what, 2003? Anyway, they provide support for deployed troops and the Remember Fallen Heroes. They send care packages to deployed troops and have done so for more than 20 years.
And the Cincinnati streetcar might be bringing up the rear, kind of like Santa Claus in the Macy's parade.
Well, we've got another band first. Who is this? It's oh, this would be the Cincy Brass Band. Willis Music Company celebrating their 127th anniversary, and they've got the Cincy Brass Band. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm completely lost.
You know, I think the parade is kind of winding down. Oh, so we've gotten some intel from our crew. I don't know if I should say what it is, but there's a slight delay.
I think you should. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. Yeah, so we have some horse manure that has to be cleaned up, and people are just stopping, which I don't blame them.
See, this is what happens when you don't have Jim Scott in your opening day parade. Jim Scott used to carry a shovel, and he'd help
And here
scoop
we
some of
are.
the droppings, some of the souvenirs from
Along the
left by the
parade
horses.
route, so that's the latest information. So now you know why there's a little bit of a gap here while we take some time to clean up the horse manure.
We've got the Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky African American Chamber of Commerce, and for 30 years they've been supporting Cincinnati's small business community, and they've got Eric Kearney somewhere on their float. Oh, I think we've also got the official Juneteenth parade, the Drum Ensemble, Youth Dance Collective, the Royal Court. And there's the breeze again. Brewery District, Community Urban Redevelopment Corporation has been organizing tours and events around Cincinnati's brewing history, and they do Cincinnati's Buckfest. Oh yeah, I know him. That's a friend of mine. Yep, I know him. Of course I do.
Funny.
There's the Sausage Queen. All hail the Sausage Queen from Buckfest. You laugh, but that is a time-honored tradition. That is.
It is?
Oh yeah, for 20-something years. Here's formerly the Cincinnati Roller Girls. Now it's Cincinnati Roller Derby, first amateur flat track roller derby team in Cincinnati, 20th season this year. And they're followed by Team Library. Cincinnati, Hamilton County, Boone County, Campbell County, Claremont County, Kenton County Public Libraries all joined up to promote
And I
libraries.
see Rumpke kind of bringing up the rear. Makes sense. They're at kind of near the end of the parade, and they can clean up all the trash.
Yep. Thank you, Rumpke. And behind them, it's the Cincinnati Streetcar, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Serves about 7,000 riders a day downtown and over the Rhine. So that looks like it's the official end of the 107th Finley Market Opening Day Parade from 2026. A lot of people we want to thank for this production, starting with Jennifer Teipel, the executive director, Steve Sobel, producer and director, setup and camera from Darius Jones, CitiCable Master Control, Tom Potter, audio, Nate Wyman from Campbell Media. Thank you, Nate. Brady Wirtz from Campbell Media was technical director. Roving camera is Glenn Hartong from Chili Dog Productions. Of course, there's our bucket truck guys, Rob Reynolds and Tim Mercurio from City of Cincinnati Traffic Operations, DOTE. We had our island camera operator, Mark Kennedy, and our talent camera operator, Mike Saproni. Did we have talent? Was there talent here?
You know, I don't know. That's debatable.
Okay.
But I wanted to say that if you really like the parade, you can catch it again by going to the archive, CitiCable. And we really appreciate it. You know, the sun was shining on the parade. Will it be shining on the Reds this season? We certainly hope so. For Bill Reinhardt, I'm Ann Thompson.
Thank you for Campbell Media, CitiCable, ICRC, and in Dayton, Miami Valley Communications Council. Thanks to our roving reporter, Sarah Strickland, as well. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at Great American Ballpark for a Reds victory over the Boston Red Sox today. They have tomorrow off. They play again Saturday and Sunday, and then they host the Pirates. For everyone here, thank you very much. We'll see you next year.